You're listening to the audio production of Living with Confidence in a Chaotic World, Certain Hope in Uncertain Times, by Dr. David Jeremiah, published by Thomas Nelson, and read by Tommy Cresswell.
Introduction. Knowing the Signs. In June 2020, smack in the middle of the COVID-19 pandemic, the tiny nation of Fiji in the South Pacific made a tempting proposition to a very small number of people around the globe. Frank Bainimarama, Fiji's prime minister, announced he was looking for a few VIPs to shelter in paradise during the outbreak and help restore his nation's economy. Say you're a billionaire looking to fly your own jet, rent your own island, and invest millions of dollars in Fiji in the process, wrote Bainimarama. If you've taken all the necessary health precautions and borne all associated costs, you may have a new home to escape the pandemic in paradise. What a proposal! Unfortunately, there are only about 2,000 billionaires on the planet, which is one reason why you and I have been forced to endure the various catastrophes of recent years rather than escape them. And we have encountered many disrupting events, even beyond the global pandemic that stopped so much of our regular lives in their tracks so quickly. We've seen economic collapse and financial despair. We've seen fires ravaging the western United States, earthquakes shaking the foundations of cities around the world, and hurricanes and floods destroying homes and taking lives. We've seen violence in the streets and cries of injustice across communities. And as I write this, the United States is a month away from an election that has already caused more division and strife than any in recent memory. Had enough? Me too. There have been tumultuous times in the past as well. Remember World War I, Pearl Harbor, D-Day, the atomic bomb, the revolutions of the 1960s, and the fall of the Berlin Wall? Remember 9/11, the more recent wars in Southeast Asia and the Middle East, and the War on Terror? Remember the economic downfall in 2008? There is no doubt we have encountered political unrest and worldwide disease and economic failures in the past, but I would suggest that there's never been a time in our collective memory like this current moment. The world is in turmoil. But don't be discouraged when difficult days seemingly surround us. Just before Jesus Christ returns to earth, keeping the promise he made to his disciples, the Bible says a troubling time will arrive. And my friends, it's quite possible that we have entered the early stages of the...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?